Hello folks, this is old Bubba with you today with another wild edible video for you. This is a skill that I've been practicing for some years now, and through it, it has to come through time, study, and to learn wild edibles. To know the difference between wild edibles and what's poisonous and what's not poisonous, what part of certain plants are edible and what parts are not. Well, this morning, I'm out here on the back lawn and everything, just enjoying myself on this nice fall day here in November. We've had warm weather, and a lot of these plants that don't normally grow at this time are sprouting up. And probably here soon we'll have a lot more come over there, and that just kind of like breaks my heart with all these free groceries out here that God's given us here in the wild that we can eat, you know. And here in just a few sections, I'll show you each and every plant that I just have here, with just in a span of about maybe 8 to 12 foot here. To give you a disclaimer here on this video, I would like to say, if you don't know what you're eating or what you're looking at, don't eat it. There's a lot of plants out here that have look-alike, and if you don't know what you're eating, get with somebody that knows what they're doing and an expert on wild edibles. Get your wild edible book. There's plenty of foragers, people that are herbalists that grab wild plants for just the medicinal purposes. A lot of the plants that I forage are both medicinal and edible. Well, I can show you all out across this lawn out here. This is enough food. If you could take it, dehydrate it, boil it, and freeze it, it's enough food just out here in the back lawn right out here to feed 10 people for 3 or 4 months. Now that's 1 or 2 meals a day, folks. All out here, this wild stuff is growing right out here by the sidewalk. Now, to keep my promise on what I was telling you about is, I've done this plant before in one wild edible series. This is what they call plantain. It's known as English plantain. It's known as backdoor step plantain. It's called White Man's Foot by the Cherokee and Creek Indians. That's one. I've never understood that and why it was called White Man's Foot. It's long, narrow leaf. Most people know it as narrow leaf plantain. And this plant right here, the Indians used it as medicinal. Right now in its younger stages right here, and there's another rosette of it growing side by side. It's very medicinal. If it was spring weather, you'd have long stems growing out with its seeds. Those seeds are good to make flour. You can use it to make flour. This right here makes a great pot herb, okay? Like dandelions, what they call wild mustard, sunken sleeves, curly dock, which I'm going to show you some here in a minute. These leaves right here, they're very nice. Pulling one chew on. Okay. It's full of all kinds of nutrition, vitamins, A, B, it's iron, and another one of those plants that has a lot of protein to it. Now, growing here in it, to look real close and get the camera down here, you have clover. Now, it's a 3 narrow leaf clover, and let's just see how it grows. Most people around here in the South seen this kind of clover with kind of like a chevron, one chevron on each leaf with like almost like a triangle diagonal shape. And this is called white clover, and it's very edible. It's good for a trail snack. You can take the flowers and make jellies and jams out of them. You get enough of the leaves and put them in a salad along with this. or cook them down. But put a little flavoring in a pot herb. This is also a pot herb green. That's when they get big. Well, right next to that, we have a little patch growing up. And I showed this in my Sunkus video. It's henbit. Excuse me. Oh. And it's known as being in the mint family. It's not harsh, and it's got like a peppery mint taste to it. And it's very good for you. Very medicinal. Okay? Well, folks, right next to it, we got growing up as wild onions. That's right, folks. Wild onions. Let me see if I can pull them up here. Knock the weeds off. You see the white parts, some little bulbs. Pull the one out of the parts. And there you go. To make sure, get up off my knee here. Make sure it's a wild onion. All you got to do is smell it. If it's got that onion smell, then you know you got the wild thing. Like again, there's bulbs, roots, certain trees that look like, certain types of grasses and weeds that resemble onions. If you pull them, they don't have that onion garlic smell, then they're not edible. That's always the distinguish between any other wild root out there that looks like an onion, between garlic, whether it's wild garlic, wild onion, or wild scallops, and other types of onion variety in the onion family. Let me clean this off a little bit. Root won't hurt. Give it one more time, look at it, and take a bite of it. And see, you can eat all of that in a salad. The green, wash it off, cook it. Okay. And right here, got some more henbit growing, right along in here. Right over here, we got what is called curly dot. That's right, folks. It's in its beginning stages, and he'll grow on up a little bit until it's got a nice stalk. And that's the time, like pick, you can eat this. You can eat it, and it's good for you. There's all kinds of vitamins in it, but this is one of the plants that you have certain kinds of conditions. I wouldn't recommend it if you have certain types of ailments. If you would want to try it, then I would say try it in moderation. Okay, folks, well, that's just 5 plants I showed you right along here. Curly dot, henbit, narrow-leaf plantain, curly dock again, wild onion, and clover. Folks, what would you do in a grid down situation? Could you survive? I know I could. I can forage, I can hunt, I can fish. Got a lot of other skills that I have learned over the years. And I'm not one to brag, but I've done this because I like to be a survivalist and a prepper. And I like taking the time to show others who might enjoy doing something as this, or who might like to get into it. So folks, if you like this video and everything that I showed you in this little small presentation, how about hit the like button down below and leave a comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Jewish Redneck Prepper. Okay, folks, well, until the next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is old Bubba saying, God bless. Enjoy the journey. Shalom, my friends.